Hello everyone, and welcome to a new video that showcases the pros and cons of the newly released Zombies Chronicles DLC on Black Ops 3. Within this video, I'm going to be going over the pros and cons of the map itself and the weapons that have been released in the DLC. To start things off, I'll go over the details of the map. Starting in the starting room, you'll notice how the scenery is different. There are no longer any Nazi symbols, and I'm guessing they're trying to avoid controversies like Grand Theft Auto 5 when they removed the Confederate flags when releasing the game into next gen. The outside room's a crap ton brighter when you move on outside, and when you're in the teleporter, you're no longer able to set off the rocket. Also, when you're in the Pack-a-Punch room, you can also appear on the projector screen live time, so you can do some silly stuff for a good 20 seconds before you spawn back into the map. All the wall guns are BO3 weapons. None of them are Black Ops 1, which is a huge problem. The whole point of having a remastered Zombies map from Black Ops 1 is to have the whole nostalgic feeling of a Black Ops 1 map. When you get rid of the Black Ops 1 weapons, that takes away the huge factor of it being a remastered map. So that's a huge problem right there personally, and I'm guessing many people also have similar opinions. Also, the MG trap in the center stage on the Kino is a lot more effective than it was in Black Ops 1, which is pretty good. And there's also the introduction of Gobble Gun throughout the map. You can also still play the Easter egg song from Black Ops 1 Kino, so that's pretty cool. Otherwise, we'll move on to the DLC weapons. To start things off, both the M16 and the MP40 are utterly useless. Whether they're pack-a-punched or not, they're just horrible. And of all things, the M16 is no longer what it used to be when you pack-a-punch it. For starters, the name is completely different. It's no longer called a Skull Crusher, it's now called a Skull Piercer. It no longer has a grenade launcher, and it's not fully automatic once you pack-a-punch it, which is horrible. These weapons also perform horrible against zombies. They take more shots to kill, they don't do as much damage, and they're not as accurate, so they're not really dependable. Otherwise, moving on to the other weapons, the Thunder Gun is alright. It's pretty underwhelming according to a couple of my friends that have used the weapons. They claim it's not as dramatic, and it does not have the same feel it used to have, but otherwise it is still pretty good to use. As I've also heard, the Ray Gun Mark II is pretty amazing, so that's good news. But of all weapons, the FAMAS is what definitely stood out when they remastered the Kino Der Toten map. The FAMAS received an amazing upgrade. The weapon magazine capacity was increased from 45 bullets to 90. The damage is also a lot better on the weapon, and it can also be pack-a-punched multiple times to receive cool features like turned or blast furnace and such. The Galil is also just as good as it was from the original Black Ops 1 Zombies map, which is pretty cool, and can also be pack-a-punched more than once, just like the FAMAS. Otherwise, all is pretty good, but in my opinion, I would not say this map is worth it for what it is, although it's pretty cool to have the privilege to play this map on next gen because there's no one else playing it on PS3. You're missing on all the important things that made Kino for what it was. For starters, you don't have the same Black Ops 1 maps on the walls, you still don't have the weapons being as good as they used to be, of being overpowered like the Thunder Gun. And when you think about it, you can always go back to your PS3 and play the game, because what problem did they ever fix in Black Ops 1 Kino Der Toten that does not exist anymore when it's remastered? Otherwise, it's always up to you, but that's my own opinion. I appreciate you all for watching this and have an amazing day.